Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Tura 9-light frosted glass round pendant. This is the 131109. So this is the frosted version. There's also going to be a seeded glass pendant version. Seeded glass is going to be clear glass with little air bubbles in it. Check that out too. That's the 131107. Watch the videos on both of them and check them both out. Okay, let's get into details on this. So this is a lot like all the other round canopied pendants that we have in the line. But let's get into the size of the body of the fixture itself, and that's going to be just the part that's going to be hanging from each of those cables. So each of those little, we'll call them fixture bodies, 15 inches high by 11 inches wide. The whole thing is 29.6 inches in diameter. Canopy up on the ceiling is 20.5 inches. We'll get into a lot of detail on that in just a second. So overall height, you're going to have two different versions you can do. There's a pull-down menu where it says choose your length. It just means one is going to ship with more cable than the other to get you where you need to go. So you've got 30 to 80, and that's going to be overall height from the bottom of the lowest fixture right to the ceiling itself, and the long is 30 to 130. You know, if you ever need more than 130 inches, just contact us. We do customs all the time. We do it by email, and that's just the best way to go about it. Okay, a lot more detail to talk about. So let's get into the canopy on the ceiling. Very important. Talk about that canopy a lot because it's been, like I said, on a lot of fixtures. So the canopy is about this wide, thickness anyway. You've got 20.5 inches in diameter. It's going to have all of these little grippers on it, and the idea with this fixture is you're going to be taking those cables and you're going to be feeding them into the gripper. So they'll accept it going in one direction, going into the canopy, and then they kind of lock. If you need to back them out, you just use your thumbnail and you push into that little gripper. It unlocks it and allows you to bring the cable back out again. Don't cut any wires until you get everything where you want it to be. When you have these things staggered, and you might stagger them all over the place, you actually might stair them up like a stairway. That's an idea too. But like I said, don't cut any wires until you do that. I want to show you inside of that canopy, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, midway down on that side is going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. Okay, lots in there. So it's going to have a full parts list. It's going to have how to put it together, which is super easy. The other thing about it, it's going to have all of these technical drawings that are going to allow you to see inside of the socket setup as well as inside of that canopy. So it's going to be showing that you're going to be hanging this from a simple junction box, okay? But you're also going to be able to attach it from other points on the canopy to the structure of your building, okay? Okay, let's get into the bulb down below. So you've got 9 of these G4 sockets, and that's what's next to me here. It's just a little socket that accepts 2 little prong plug going in. This is an LED fixture only, and you can only go up to 4 watts because when you add up all of these 9 times 4 gets you to the kind of the limit for the driver in that canopy. This is a low voltage fixture, so the driver in that transformer in the canopy, what it's doing, it's transforming your line voltage in your house or building into low voltage, which makes it safe to touch those cables as they come down. Okay, there's a positive and negative in each of those cables, but you would never know it. So back to our socket and bulb. G4s are basically G4 LEDs are basically the bulbs that are next to me, and there's a whole bunch of them. And the best way to see them really is go on Amazon. Not a huge fan of Amazon, but in this circumstance, this is a great way to look at them. Put in G4 LED in the search. Up will pop up a big list of them with photographs. It's going to mention a lot of different things about them too, so you really have to pay attention on those. And one of those things is going to be the color temperature of the bulb. So 2700 Kelvin is basically that kind of yellowish light that would be kind of like the incandescent bulbs that we grew up with, dimmed down a little bit, that warm, super warm light. The light coming down on my hands, this is 3000 Kelvin. So this is, I consider this warm light too. And you'll notice some of those bulbs are available in 2700. There's a few of them in 3000. There's probably nothing above that I've noticed when I kind of look through these. And I'm very comfortable with 3000 Kelvin. But a lot of you guys do want that warmer light, so the 2700 Kelvin will work for you. As far as the wattage goes, you'll notice you've got 1.5 watts going all the way up to 4 watts. So a 4-watt LED in a G4 is the equivalent of a 40-watt halogen. Okay, then it kind of goes down from there. So you got 3, 2, and then 1.5. A 1.5 watt is equivalent of a 20-watt halogen. So if you've got 9 of these up there, don't be afraid just to go for the 1.5 watt. It all depends on how much light you guys need. This is a dimmable fixture, so make sure you, really pay attention on those bulbs online if it says dimmable or not dimmable. It'll always tell you right there. And then tell your installer that if you are going to be going for the dimmable ones, that they need to just put the correct dimmer on the wall. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.